In an old building of Xi'an International Studies University, there lived an elderly French gentleman. His apartment is just 60 square meters, one bedroom plus one living room, with no luxury items at all. There were just a few old clothes in the wardrobe. The most age-catching possession is 4 rows of bookshelves crammed with Chinese classics, including the 4 books and 5 classics, the comprehensive collection of preaching philosophers, 道德经. Spanning thousands of years from ancient times to the present, he is a French aristocrat descendant and came to China in 1980s. He spent 6 years compiling statistics on the appearances, ages, and temperaments of hundreds of Ming Dynasty officials, and wrote a 280,000-character work titled The Local Officials and Civil Service System of the Ming Dynasty.
专业是历史，我很满意，因为西安是中国的历史的中心。
And received France's highest academic honor later. He also studied traditional Chinese medicine, Chinese history, translated Lao Tzu, and ultimately donated his body to Chinese medical research. And his lifelong curiosity about and inquiry into Chinese culture can be boiled down to 3 questions. What cultural codes are hidden in the civil service system of the Ming Dynasty? In 1980, an international symposium on Ming and Qing history was held in Tianjin, China. Scholars from many countries received invitations, but France was not on the list because at that time, France had almost no experts in Ming-Qing history. Rang's good friend, the renowned sinologist Wang Demai, made a special trip from France to Xi'an, hoping Rang could fill this gap. For the next 6 years, Jean would head to the library of Shanxi Normal University every morning and stay there the entire day. In 1985, he finally finished his dissertation. On the day of his defense, the hall at Paris Diderot University was packed with hundreds of people. Even Le Monde sent reporters to cover the event. Rang's over 90 years old mother had long been ill, but held on, after which she peacefully passed away. Rang's dissertation filled the research gap on Chinese Ming Dynasty history within French sinologist circles. How do the Chinese understand life? What secrets lie within traditional Chinese medicine? In the late 1970s, shortly after Rang arrived in Xi'an, he visited an exhibition on the Tang Dynasty medical history at the Steel Forest Museum. He was deeply touched by the Chinese people's reverence for 1,300-year-old traditional Chinese medical literature, as well as their respect for traditional Chinese medicine doctors. Soon after, he fell ill with a chronic condition that Paris doctors had failed to alleviate. But at the Shanxi Provincial People's Hospital, a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner soon brought it under control. This ignited Rang's passion for traditional Chinese medicine. Over the following 2 years, every weekend, he invited President Yang Zhen of the Xi'an Traditional Chinese Medicine Hospital to give him systematic instruction on traditional Chinese medicine. He began to study and research Chinese medicine in earnest. Among Rang's belongings, his manuscripts on traditional Chinese medicine are still preserved. Medical terms neatly copied, Taiji yin-yang diagrams meticulously drawn. Together with his friends, he also wrote and published in French several academic works on traditional Chinese medicine, including an introduction to traditional Chinese medicine and concise traditional Chinese surgery. What, after all, can Chinese thought offer to the world? For a long time, Western people's understanding of Chinese culture have been labeled as mysterious, ancient, and difficult. Rang wanted to break these prejudices. From Lao Tzu, he discovered the saying, "The sage has no fixed mind of his own. He takes the mind of the people as his mind." From the Ming Dynasty philosopher Wang Yangming, he discovered the concept of the extension of innate knowledge. Rang became increasingly convinced that Chinese thought is neither closed nor backward.
老百姓最重要是理解中国人的思想，中国人的道德。
To bring this discovery to the Western world, Jean collaborated with the French sinologist Wang Demai and wrote in French the book, The Chinese Wisdom. In his life, Jean wrote more than 30 books on China, Ming Dynasty institutions, traditional Chinese medicine, and Chinese philosophy. In 1994, the French government awarded him the Legion of Honors, which he immediately presented to Xi'an International Studies University as a gift. In 2015, Jean passed away in Xi'an at the age of 96. In accordance with his final wish, his body was donated to the medical school of Xi'an University. In the preface to the book, The Chinese Wisdom, he once wrote the following words: Chinese culture is the oldest among all living cultures today. Chinese thought may not yet have reached its final chapter. Jean de Miribel spent his entire life providing the best testament to his words. Today, on the XISU campus, generations of students still recall his life and deeds at his monument. This, perhaps, is the most precious legacy that Jean left behind on this land. Tribute to this devoted messenger bridging Chinese and French cultures, Jean de Miribel, 1919 to 2015.